All right, everybody. Welcome to another Linchpin Conversations. As you can see from the background, I'm still not in my normal home office. That's in flux at the moment, and so I'm working out of my in-laws are gracious enough to take me in. This will be my new home for a little bit, and then we'll get back to the old home office. But today's show is about resetting expectations, and should you basically forget about your old PRs and kind of start fresh, and why would be some times that you would even consider doing that. So let's see, I had something I wanted to chat about here. There was a very cool piece of feedback, little shout out that I got, so I'm going to read it here. It is hidden behind something here. This is from Rick S., who says, "It's been a great 2 years with Linchpin. I've been extremely satisfied with the progress and results that keep coming at almost 46 years old. Been doing CrossFit since 2009. I'm a former affiliate owner, and I followed many different programs only to learn that the heavy days need to be respected. Linchpin has been what I was looking for." Very cool. So appreciate that, Rick. And all right, so back to today's topic. Should you forget about your old PRs and kind of have a clean slate? And what might be some things to consider as to why that might make sense? It's been a topic on my mind due to, 4 months or so ago, I had a total hip replacement, and that has been resetting in many ways. And I'm over the moon happy with my progress and how things have gone, and the reduction of pain and the increase in range of motion. But life is different now, and I'm coming back and doing great. I'm super, super happy and grateful, quite frankly, really grateful just to be able to move and work out, especially after having that surgery and living in chronic pain for so long due to a military accident like 20 years ago. But I don't know if with this new hip, will I ever touch my old strength numbers? I don't know. Touch my old run numbers? I don't know. I just might be in a different phase of life. What does that mean? And you don't have to have had a total hip replacement to be in a different phase of life. So we're going to chat about what that looks like and why you might want to consider it and why it might actually be refreshing in a way. So resetting expectations, keeping old numbers. I keep my old numbers and my old times in my head, but I realize that I'm in a different place right now. Circumstances happen to be a bit different, and depending upon what you have going on, you could be in a different place or a different set of circumstances or a different phase in your life that is either short-term, longer-term, or maybe permanent, right? It is what it is. And so let's say you're in a different short-term place. What could that look like? Maybe you sprained your ankle on a trail run, right? You tweaked your wrist receiving a clean with the barbell. You're going to be modifying things for 2 to 8 weeks, but you're absolutely expected to be fully back to normal. Okay, that's a short-term bump in the road. That for that short term, you might reset expectations, forget about old PRs because you're dealing with that sprained wrist, that sprained ankle, whatever it happens to be. Maybe you're an accountant and it's tax season. My father was an accountant, and tax season's crazy and your free time disappeared. And so for the next couple of months, workouts are going to go from really consistent and beautiful with plenty of time to highly sporadic with a lot of stress at work. That's going to affect things. That's going to affect times and lifts and PRs and things like that, but that's a short-term deal. You started a new job, you moved, fill in the blank. Those are short-term deals. Now, examples of maybe some longer-term ones. Okay, you didn't sprain your ankle or sprain your wrist. You broke your arm skiing, and now you can't use it for multiple months. And then after that, you're going to be doing weeks or months of rehab and then slowly getting back to normal. But still, it's expected that you'll get back to normal. You'll get back to 100%, but it's not just 2 to 4 weeks. Your life's going to be different for a while. Maybe you finished med school and now you're in residency and you do not have a rhythm at the moment in your life. Things are crazy. You'll eventually get that rhythm back, but for a while, things are quite hectic. You're currently pregnant or recently were pregnant, just had a child. You're getting slowly back into fitness. You are expected to get back, but it's going to take time. That's longer term. There might be a lot of value in resetting expectations of, Helen times, deadlift numbers and whatnot, post-pregnancy to pre-pregnancy, or before you broke your leg to after you broke your leg. Those are all different things that might want to just, consider you're in a different phase. Something occurred in your life that's either short-term, longer-term, or permanent, and it may or may not be fair to hold yourself to what life used to look like. Again, you might get back there, but if there's a potential chance that you don't, or life just looks different, that's okay, right? Life has different phases. Do you have the mental discipline and long-term view to look back at those old numbers and they motivate you? That's great. Then look back at them all day long, my friend. But if you're in a different phase of life and you look back at them and they don't motivate you, they bring you down, and they make workouts feel not good, and then you don't walk into the gym with the same enthusiasm, or you don't want to walk into the gym anymore because you feel deflated, then there might be value in considering whether or not you need to wipe the slate clean, assess where you are now, and drive forward and set some new times, lifts, goals, and celebrate those. An example of a permanent one is where I find myself. I had a total hip replacement. Am I in a permanent resetting of my numbers? Possibly. I'm actually not quite sure. I'm in a bit of uncharted territory. Maybe you had a car accident. Fill in the blank of what could be permanent. I still feel quite fit, strong, fast, and I'm deeply grateful for what I can do, especially after having that surgery. Like, I really appreciate being able to move, and I appreciate the range of motion that I have, and I appreciate not living in chronic pain. But I don't know if I'll touch my old numbers. I'm not quite sure. I'm working on it, and I'm trying hard, and I'm making smart decisions, and I'm pushing myself. I'm listening to my body. But the truth is, I don't know if I'll get back to some of those old numbers. So that might be a hard pill to swallow, but luckily I'm at the point in my life where I like to think I'm mature enough that I realize if I don't, that's okay. And my fitness is still going to be well more than I need for anything on planet Earth, and life's going to be great. I've come to the point of my life that, I realize that the daily journey matters, the pursuit matters, effort matters. I've said it before, it does not matter how much you back squat or how much you deadlift. It matters that you are back squatting and that you are deadlifting. That's what matters, that you are in the game, you are appropriately challenging yourself for wherever you are in your fitness journey, and you continue to make smart decisions. And if you do that, you are winning. I don't care what's on the barbell, because most people aren't squatting and deadlifting, so you're winning. We did a workout a while ago, super simple, running, some 400-meter runs, and then burpees. I think it was just 21-15-9 of a bar-facing burpee. I know the irony. You load a barbell and then you don't even lift it. It was 400-meter run, 21 burpees, 400-meter run, 15 bar-facing burpees, 400-meter run, 9. And that wasn't, historically speaking, a bad workout for me. And it came up within the last couple months, and I did it. It was one of the first prescribed workouts I did getting back after the surgery. And I was like, I don't know, a minute and a half or 2 minutes slower than the last time I did it. It's not a profoundly long workout, so 2 minutes is like a big deal. And I put it into BTWB, and then it came up with that red, the red line that shows that you weren't as fast as you were last time. And I was like, oh man, I wasn't just 15 seconds off. It's a couple minutes off. And I was deflated for a while. But then I had to remember how far I've come, and that I'm still very early on in my journey. And the mere fact that I'm actually out running and getting on the ground and getting up again and jumping over a barbell, that's amazing and that's really cool. And so that might not be exactly your injury, your phase of life, your difficulty, your whatever, but you've probably got something. And so just frame it appropriately. Celebrate the small victories, realize where you are, realize where you came from, and realize how much runway you have ahead of you. And that's going to keep you in a good headspace. We did a 5x5 back squat recently. That pre-surgery, I would have probably been, I think the last time we did 5x5, I held 275 across all 5 sets. And that was good. I was very, very happy. But when it came up within the last week or so, I was not at 275 or 265 or 255 or 245 or 235 or 220. I was 205 is what I got up to for some heavy sets of 5. 205, 70 pounds less on the bar than previously. Now I felt good, but I felt like that felt appropriately challenging for where I am coming back. But I couldn't help but think, last time I did this, it was 5 sets of 5 at 275, and now it's 205. Where will I go? I don't know. I will see. And I'm intentionally making myself focus on the fact that the journey's cool, the fact that I'm back squatting is cool, and whatever the load is in the bar is the load. But I'm giving myself the grace to realize that every workout that I do now is a new PR, because it's a post-total hip replacement workout. Whatever the workout is, it's a new PR. I know what my old times were, I know what my old lifts were, and I will draw some motivation and some encouragement from them, but I will not unfairly compare myself to them, because in some cases, comparison can lead to motivation, but for some of us, comparison really is the thief of joy. And if that's what it is for you, be careful. Keep that in a little box. Don't let it negatively affect you. And I've also heard of people, and I really like this actually, they'll reset their PRs again. They don't totally forget about them. I'm just using that word, but they reset them every 5 years, for example. And maybe that starts when they're 35 years old. And then when they're 40, they reset them and everything is a PR again. When they're 45, they reset it and everything's a PR again. And when they're 50, that's really cool too. So again, it can also be what phase or season of life that you're in. So it is just you versus you. Make sure that that comparison of what used to be is motivating and it's not the thief of joy. And just make sure that you are in control of your mood, your mind, and your attitude. Get everything in order, get into the garage, make good decisions, put forth the effort, squat whatever you squat, sprint whatever you sprint, you're winning. That's it. Make good decisions, surround yourself with cool people, and have a great day.